Hello, I'm Ruth Deuber, and this is What's Cooking at Shell Point. And many of you might know that I'm really fond of pork tenderloin. I think it's one of the healthiest of the meats that we have. There is not too much fat with it. They're very lean, and they're very versatile. You can do so many things with them. And I have a piece of pork tenderloin here because I am alone now. I will take this skinny end here and I'll cut that off about there. And I will put it in a little bag and I will freeze it, and I will use it for stir fries. Now for this pork tenderloin recipe with raspberry sauce, I'm going to cut some pieces about like that. Now the recipe is for 8 pieces, and I'm not going to cook that much for today's show. So I'm going to put that aside. And you want to flatten it. And everybody knows that you could put it between 2 pieces of saran wrap and do it. But I've found an easier way. I just flatten it with the heel of my hand. So that, to me, is flat enough. I don't want to, sometimes when you do the pounder or something, you break down all the tissues, and I don't like that. It can get mushy. We're going to put in a 1/4 cup of seedless raspberry preserves. Maybe another little bit. Okay, so there's the raspberry preserves. And the next thing is we need 2 teaspoons. You can do either red wine vinegar or a balsamic vinegar. I've used both, so I think it's up to you, whatever you want. This makes it, I think, a little bit sweeter. And we want 2 teaspoons. There's 1 and 2. Okay, that'll be better. Well, you know, everybody has trouble with ketchup. There. Oops, that's a 2 tablespoonful. So I won't use quite that much. We'll use, it's supposed to be 1 tablespoon. Okay, and we need some soy sauce. And that's a 1/2 teaspoon. I'll just measure out a little about a half, a little bit more. I don't think it's that exact science. And some prepared horseradish to check. That's just a little over 1/8, almost 1/4 of a teaspoon. And we need some garlic. And I do the lazy way. It says 1 clove minced. Yeah, how about that? Can't have too much garlic. So we're going to go over there and we're going to start, and we'll make the sauce. And I already have my burners on, so it shouldn't take quite as long. And I'm going to mix this up. And this is going to boil and then simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. I want to keep an eye on it because I don't want it to scorch. And in this pan, I have about a 1/2 teaspoon of butter. And I'm going to put in just a little bit of olive oil. And we'll bring that up to heat. Okay, there we go. we're going to do a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm going to check our sauce again. Yeah, it didn't take long for that to boil up. There's our sauce. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Now the recipe that I have says to add cayenne pepper. I think that's optional. I don't really care for it, but if some of you really like it kind of, spicy, you can do that. You can add cayenne pepper at this point. Just another minute on that. Now these are ready to turn over. We'll let that cook a little bit longer. I tend to keep from overcooking it. I seem to like my pork tenderloin sometimes even a little bit pink. So I'm going to take these out. And before I forget, I'm going to turn the burner off and move that there. Okay, we're going to spoon some of the sauce. And there it is. I think it's pretty easy, and I think it looks pretty also. So I'm going to take a little bite and see. Yeah, that's perfectly done. That is absolutely delicious. I think raspberries are on sale right now, so you might want to try this. I'll put the recipe up on the website. Thank you. Bye-bye.